when we are running, it actually gives me a problem of breathing, right? We are not able to give 100%. Like there's a VO2 max, which is our lungs capacity. So when we do the workouts, it's actually not able to make me breathe, and if you will not be able to breathe, then it would be difficult to run. When you are swimming, so not just the water one, but you are also breathing, right, in the open lake. So the pollution is still over there. That's why we are ignoring to go over there since past 2 to 3 weeks. It's only because that the pollution has increased, and we have to shift our trainings in the indoor pools, which is the target one. So it is very difficult. You can say that we are not able to swim with those strokes which we take when we are swimming in the lake. Earlier it was no pollution, but right now it's too much. You cannot go and do the running, cycling in the morning, so it's too difficult to breathe. Also, you get your eyes gets dry too much. You get into like lot of smoke, so you cannot even use your bicycle lights. They are also not really visible on the roads. So it's very difficult to train on the roads. So that's why I do the training is the indoor, like at my home, and sometimes in the gyms. When I'm competing with the professional athletes, it's gonna be very difficult. Like they are training it on a very open surrounding, and there's no as such pollution over there. But we are precise with the options right now.
Even going for a simple run outdoors is like you are smoking so many packs of cigarettes every day. So most of my colleagues don't prefer to go outdoors and train at all. They only train indoors. For even activities like cycling, they prefer training indoors. For running, they train on treadmills, which as athletes is not something you would want to do, because finally you're going to race outdoors. So you want to kind of, like I said, mimic the conditions that you are going to compete in. So it's not ideal. So your competitors have an edge on you just because you're not able to train outdoors. How bad can that be? If I want to train or I want to perform at optimal levels, we want to see the best of human abilities come out in sport. If we are not given the optimal conditions to train in or race at, I think the best of human abilities will not be showcased. We will not be seeing so many world records being broken just because of the climate conditions.